Hi parents, I'm Benjamin, better known as Math Guru Ben. As the author of 18 math books and tutor to over 3,000 traveling students, I really believe every child can build strong math confidence and foundation. Today, let's learn together and make math a little more fun for your family. Let's get started. We will begin with the keywords. Remember, again, to always do the question before watching the video to see if you can do it and to check it, and then also if you get it wrong, you can learn from it. Okay, do not just watch and copy. There's no point in doing that, right? You don't learn. So let's begin. So again, this time we have keywords saying that Kiring is 3.2 times of Carl, right? And they took a total of 2 hours and 6 minutes to complete everything. So the question is, how long did each of them take to complete their compositions? So just like the previous questions, you should have taken 3.2 and converted that into a fraction. So 3.2 is 3 and 2, 10. And since it is 210, it is easier if you changed this into 1/5. All right? Now, smaller numbers are always easier to do than bigger numbers. So you can divide this, and as a result, you are going to get 16 out of 5. So 16 out of 5 is the fraction we use. We use improper fractions whenever we want to separate the numbers into different items. Okay, so because if you have 3 and 1/5, you won't be able to do that. So you have to use improper for these situations. So now the question again becomes, what is 16 and what is 5? So I'll give you a moment to answer that question. Okay, what was your answer? Okay, your answer should be that Kiring is 16 and 5 would be Carl. All right, so we draw a model, and the model will be 16 units for Kiring and 5 units for Carl. So again, we don't have to draw 16 units. We can just draw a box to represent 16 units, and of course a much shorter box of 5 units to represent Carl. Okay, so this is Kiring. All right, now we know that Kiring has got 16 units, so we're going to label that on the model for Kiring. So we're going to draw a line here to show the 16 units. And for Carl, we have to do the same, which is 5 units. Carl is 5 units, so you need to label that as well over here. So we're going to do that. And then we are going to put a number over here. Okay, the difference between this question and the previous questions is that they didn't give us a difference. In the previous question, they had given us a difference. All right, in fact, if you look back at question number 5, you can see that they gave you only tenner. So that's the difference between question 5, question 6, which is a difference, and question 7, which is a total. So I'm going to now give you some time to show how many minutes is 2 hours and 6 minutes. Now remember, you cannot use compound units to solve questions because it will be difficult to do. So 2 hours and 6 minutes, okay, we call that a compound unit because it is made up of 2 types of units, hours and minutes. So we don't want to have compound units. All right, the word is compound. So we only want single units, and we change it normally to the smaller unit. The smaller unit here would be minutes, and we're going to change it to minutes. So how many minutes is 2 hours and 6 minutes? I'll give you a moment. Okay, you can pause the video if you need time. Otherwise, you should be ready. And the answer is 126. Now, just in case you don't know how to do that, what you need to do is you need to take 2 times 60, because 2 is hours, and 1 hour has 60 minutes. So you times 60 to get the number of minutes in 2 hours. Then you add it to the 6 minutes at the back over here. All right, so that's a total of 120 plus 6 to give us 126 minutes. So this 126 minutes would be their total. And this is normally where we put total. Now my next question to you is, how many units? How many units is 126 minutes? I say again, how many units is 126 minutes? How many units is this? Okay, if you are still watching, it means you have answered the question, and the answer is 21 by taking 16 plus 5. We get 21 units as a total, and that's 126 minutes. Okay, if you would like to be more precise, you can always put here total, and then some teachers would prefer that you write this here. Okay, in which case they just do that. All right, so what do you think is the next step? Parents, if this is sparking aha moments, a like and would subscribe would really help me reach more families. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And thanks for supporting your child's learning journey with me. The answer is to find 1 unit, right? Okay, so to find 1 unit, we take 126 and we divide this by 21. And this will give us 6 minutes. Okay, this means that 1 unit is therefore 6 minutes. And the question is, how long did each of them take? So there are 2 answers here, since it's each of them, right? So the first one is Kiring, the second one is Carl. Go ahead and find it, and when you're ready, come back and watch this video. Okay, now if you're here and watching, it means that you have already done it, you have solved it, and this is how it goes. So Kiring has got 16 units. Okay, you can see here that Kiring has got 16 units. So we're going to find Kiring, and later we're going to find Carl, who has 5 units. So to find 16 units would be to take 16 times 6 minutes. Because 1 unit is 6 minutes. Therefore, this will give you 96 minutes for Kiring and for Carl, who has got 5 units. So that will be 5 times 6 to give us 30 minutes. And those are the 2 answers that we should get. We should get 96 minutes here and 30 minutes for Carl. And that completes the question. Okay, so now below we have a question. The question is, what do you call it when a snowman gets old? What do you think? Have you gotten it? The answer is a puddle. A snowman becomes a puddle. Thank you so much for spending your precious time with me today, parents. I truly appreciate your dedication to your child's learning journey. And if you found these tips helpful, please hit the subscribe and the bell. It means the world to me, and it means your family stays updated with fresh math ideas. Take a peek at the description for more helpful resources I've put together just for you.